Hi, Tessa here and welcome back to a new video. I'm Tessa and I'm here helping you to make sustainable living more easy and accessible through the content I produce. So in this video, I'd like to share with you some great tips and tricks how you can make your kitchen more sustainable. I'm going to share with you 5 products you should stop using, and they're all paper related, shockingly, instead of plastic related, and some great easy alternatives for you to use instead. So the kitchen is a place where we produce a lot of waste, and that's why it's so important when going zero waste or trying to reduce your waste to really try to focus on your kitchen as well, just because it has such a massive impact. So the products today are going to be mostly paper related, and this is because actually, shockingly, 25% of all the waste that is in our landfills these days are paper products. Not all paper products can get recycled, and they can still take a really long time to decompose. So the first one, not shockingly, is paper towels, and I'm going to give you some great alternative creative techniques to paper towels. And all these techniques that I'm going to share with you as well, they actually might help you save money instead of making you spend more money. So it's not about spending more when going to a sustainable lifestyle. It can actually also be about saving more. For example, with paper towels, if you stop buying paper towels, I think on average you can save around £100 a year of just stop buying paper towels. And there are some great alternatives that you can use instead. You can use old socks, you can use old clothes, even old pairs of jeans. You can cut them out and use them in squares as paper towels instead. And I mean, you might not want to use the same paper towel that you use to clean your cat's puke with the same one that you use to clean the coffee table. So what you can do is you can create different pieces of cloth, and with a permanent marker either put a different color dot on each piece of cloth, or write on each piece of cloth, write on one bathroom, and the other you write kitchen, and the other you write pets, for example, and the other you write, I don't know, a living room or another area where you want a bedroom, any area, or outside, any area that you want, a garden. You can separate the pieces of cloth into different areas of your house with either just writing down the name of the area or color coding them, and then use those pieces of cloth in those different areas instead. So I think that's a great way to kind of separate them for hygienic reasons as well. So the next next item is coffee filters. Now, if you're already making coffee at home, then you are already saving so much on reusable coffee filters, and also on money from the £5 that you can spend on a cup of coffee otherwise. But that's already a great way. But a lot of times the coffee machines you do use at home, they still have those old non-reusable coffee filters. And if you do have a mesh coffee machine, then that's great. If you use newer machines with mesh coffee filters, then you can skip this one. But otherwise, if you don't, instead of constantly buying the coffee filters, use a cloth where the coffee filter would go, and or you can make your own coffee filter, reusable one, from like a scrap piece of fabric and sew it together, or just put a cloth, anything like that. And this also goes to try and use loose leaf coffee. Don't use the coffee cups, because those are very unsustainable, but instead try to use the loose coffee powder and then make your own filter for it instead. Now the next one, the third one, is paper napkins. And this is a very easy one. Instead of using paper napkins, you could just use cloth napkins instead and put them in the wash after using them. And the same actually goes for paper plates. Just use the normal dish plates. And you might be thinking here, well, wouldn't the water wasted that goes into washing these products be just as harmful or even more harmful for the environment than just using the single-use napkins and plates? But it's actually the chlorine used when bleaching the paper plates to make them white is one of the most harmful and hazardous pollutants on the planet, and also the production process of these paper products is just very harmful for the planet. So washing them and wasting the water is actually much less of an environmental impact than using these products. And a lot of times these paper plates cannot even get recycled because of the food residue that stays on these paper plates. And if you really have to, because of some emergency, you do actually have to buy single-use plates or on-the-go plates, try getting non-bleached ones, so non-white ones, and try getting them from recyclable material so that you can compost them afterwards. And the last product, the same goes for this, is recycled disposable cutlery. Instead of that, just use real cutlery. Bring real cutlery with you, or bamboo cutlery, and just your own metal, stainless steel, or bamboo cutlery. Bring that with you instead. And just a final note on all of these products: if you have to buy a more to-go version or anything like that, instead try buying in general just from companies that support the environment, and buy from companies that are close by to you, so that the impact on the environment from traveling time and CO2 outbursts is less. So I hope you like these videos. These are just some great tips and tricks that I learned recently from a book that I'm reading, An Almost Zero Waste Life, and I wanted to share them with you because I got so excited about the information I was learning. I hope you liked this video, and see you again in the next one. Bye bye.